last few minutes. But look, recruiting, our business is sales and it's recruiting. It's building a client base, it's building a team. Recruiting is the thing that you have to overdo to get good at, right? These questions, you have to have, I call it like either in your arsenal or in your back pocket. You always have to have questions to ask people. So that was great because that was like a brain dump in terms of all the different questions that you could be asking somebody when you see them. I think not everything is when you're prospecting, it's conversational. Sometimes it's in the beginning of an interview. I think that when you're interviewing someone or you're talking to someone, this is a great way to kind of get them to let their hair down and talk about what they want. This is the thing, you gotta find out what people want, and then you have to show them that Primerica can help them get what they want. And people who don't want more and are very comfortable, we don't want them, right? They're cool, they're happy. We want someone who wants something, is not getting it where they currently are, and then the way he does it is he shows them how the business is gonna help them get it. And that's it. Think about this. Hey, what are 2 things, what do you say? What are 2 things you like about your company and 2 things that you don't like? What are some typical answers that you're gonna get if you ask someone, well, what do you like about your job?
Working with people. I like the people I work with.
Yes.
Well, what would you say? If you were a nurse and you didn't know about Primerica and someone was like, what are 2 things that you like about your job?
I do like, taking care of my patients.
Okay, helping people, okay? And what's another thing that you liked about your job? And you liked your coworkers, right? Now, what are 2 things that you would dislike about nursing?
It doesn't pay me as much as I'm worth.
Okay, pay. I don't like the pay. What else?
Politics.
And politics. So you said if you could keep the ones you like and drop the ones that you dislike, would that interest you? What are the things that people want? This is why when I was young, I was a really good interviewer because I knew what people wanted and I knew how to relate it to Primerica. If I ask random people, right, well, how would they describe the ideal opportunity? They don't know about Primerica. They don't know anything about Primerica. How would you describe the ideal opportunity? We know what sucks about a job, but what would an amazing job be like?
Better pay.
More time.
Okay. Flexible? So when someone says, I want a flexible schedule, what's the ultimate flexibility? Huh? Work when you want. Right? What else? How would you describe the perfect position?
Be your own boss.
Own boss? And when they say that, I'm like, whoa, you're asking for a lot. You want to work whenever you want, be your own boss? Okay, let's keep it going. What else?
Control your own time.
Okay, we said that. What else?
Control your income.
Make more money.
Control your own income? And how would someone do that? What do you mean by that? How would you control your income? Like you decide how much you make? That's crazy. Okay, let's write it down. What else? You guys awake? What else? Esmaldo, what? What's a perfect position? How would you describe it?
Control who I work with.
Okay, control who I work with. So choose who I work with.
Control my commute.
Location, yeah.
Location.
Okay.
How
Location.
about meaningful work?
Control my attire.
This is a big one. Meaningful work.
Dress code.
I've never. So where I work, meaningful work. What does Sheila say? Helping people. Man, you want all these things? What else?
2-hour lunch.
Okay. That goes in flexible.
Vacation.
What? What about vacation?
Travel more.
Travel more?
Yeah.
Make
Like
my
you
own
get to go,
decisions.
right? Paid travel? Who said that? Paid travel. Okay, this is kind of like employee language, but how can you make money while you're away? What do we call that?
Passive income.
Oh, you want, so I'm putting the words in their mouth. Like, oh, so you're saying you kind of want passive income. Like you can be on a trip, it can be as often as you want, and you still make money We call that passive income. Wow, this is like the dream job. Right? Do you like, Sheila, do you like advancement or do you just want to kind of like stay where you're at? You like advancement, okay? So how about unlimited advancement? Would you say that'd be the perfect job? That's not even a word, but. All right, what else?
Unlimited income potential.
Pay less taxes.
How about where you could work yourself up to be an owner, right? I like what Sheila said, pay less taxes. Only people that make money say that. It's the biggest pain in the ass. It's true, but it's true. Other people aren't gonna think of that because it's not an issue. If you're making 40, 50, 60, you're not even paying taxes, right? All right, what else?
Benefits. I've heard people say benefits.
Benefits? Right? Do you know what a benefits package is worth in a company? My benefits. How much is health insurance a month?
So, for my husband and I think he pays like 100 something every 2 weeks.
Okay. But how much would it be in the private market
Oh,
if you had it funded on your own?
like 3 to 500 depending on.
Per person?
Per person.
Okay. So let's say you have a family of 3. I'll go the high end. She said 500 times 3. So the health insurance is 1,500. And if someone is making 100K and you're getting a 5% match, that's another 5K a year. So this is 18,000, right? And then 5K for retirement. That is what, 23? And then let's add in a few more things. Let's say 26,000. How much is 26,000 if you divide by 12? Your benefits are maybe, and this is like a really high-end company. If they're paying everything.
Yeah.
They're not paying everything for your family for health insurance and stuff like that.
Oh,
But
they
let's
don't-
just say.
No, they don't,
Okay.
they don't even pay all of it.
So Xander, you said benefits. If someone showed you how to make $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8,000 more a month than what you're making, you could kind of fund your own benefits, right?
Correct.
So that's really not that big of a deal. But look at this. If you get good at Primerica, it's not you step in and do nothing, right? But if you get good, can you control when you work?
Yeah.
You can control when you work, right? Can you be your own boss?
Yes.
Do you control your income?
Yes.
Right? You choose who you want to work with. You can
Yeah.
hire whoever you want. You hired Thomas, right? Location. Okay. Because now people can work from Zoom, whatever.
More at
Meaningful
home,
work,
you can work
obvious.
from home.
Helping people, obvious. Travel more. If you get good, you can absolutely do that. You can get a passive income. You can have unlimited advancement, right? You can have ownership. You can pay less taxes because of the way that we file our tax returns as a business owner, right? So literally, when you get into these conversations with people, you have a way to show them that everything that you want, we can help you get. But how do we do that? By doing something different. That's where rubber meets the road. You're a bartender, I'm telling you everything you can get, but sorry, it's not in bartending. That's where the conversation kind of goes in a different direction because people have such a hard time trying new things. That's how we are as human beings. That's how our brain is wired. Okay, if you can bring up that slide. I just want to go over a couple things, and then who wants to come up and talk about their experience at convention? I know Josh does. Who else? Abby, you want to come up and talk about it?
Yes.
For 30 seconds?
Come on, sure.
Not right now. I'm going to call you up, but like just 30 seconds on what you felt, what you saw at the convention. Okay? All right. So let's go through. I'm just going to go through one of these slides. When it comes to recruiting. Be honest, be direct. Can we be vague sometimes in talking to people? Yeah, because in the very first interaction, there's no way I can tell you everything and create even more questions than what you're asking me, so sometimes we have to be vague, but at the end of the day, you have to be honest. Is it commission? Yes, this is commission, right? Yeah, it's commissions, bonus, overrides, whatever. And being direct in terms of what it's going to take. People get suspicious if you are trying to evade certain questions. If they're asking you direct questions, you can give them direct answers. Here's the thing, guys. There's no way to trick someone into doing the business. People are going to figure it out. Right? So you're being very short-sighted, and you're not starting the relationship off right if you are not being honest and truthful with people. Another thing, even I had a problem with it, kind of exaggerating everything. Don't exaggerate too much, because smart people figure it out. If I was lying to you about everything, about, everything that was X was 2X, you were going to figure it out, right? You're coming to the meetings where everything's on POL, so you want to think about that. Never beg anyone to join your business. There's a million other people out there. So sometimes you have to kind of take a step back and be like, why am I pressing this person so hard? There's going to be another person. And that happens typically when you have a very small mindset or you have a small pipeline. Then every person matters, every client matters. If you had 100 more of both of those things, would you even care? You wouldn't have time to try to convince people, right? This is a big one. The people that are easy to recruit generally, with some exception, make the most money and build the biggest teams. The people that think too hard and overanalyze never get around to doing very well. So if someone is being like really hard and you just keep trying, follow up is different. Follow up is like, hey, my kids are in basketball. Now my kids are in football, right? Now my kids are in swimming. That's follow up. But like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to sell. I don't want to find clients. I don't want to talk to people I know. No, do it, right? That is stupid. Or sitting across the kitchen table, you going on an appointment, and you're telling me, I want to recruit this guy, and I'm doing an appointment. You do an appointment, they don't believe in insurance, they won't buy insurance, and you're like, yeah, but I still might recruit him. Why? Why would you recruit that person? Now, if I sit down with you, and you're an easy insurance, that's the recruit that I want, because you believe in what we do, and you're going to expect that out of the people you sit down with. If you're a tough cookie, then you're going to expect people to be tough with you too, and then you're not going to make it, right? You're one recruit away from an explosion. Continue follow-up with potential studs. You should have a list of people, man, that you are, over time, that you want to get everybody on your team. And sometimes it comes down to being like, dude, you don't have to come to meetings, you don't have to do anything, just get a license with me. Just get them to pass a test. You have to learn how to get people in the door. But if the barrier of entry is, hey, come join, and you have to come every single time, and really busy people can't make that adjustment right away. Does that make sense? Yes, we want that and we expect that from most people. But if you have someone you're really trying to get, right, you have to work with them and work around their life. The people that have all the time in the world and no obligations probably don't have the most credibility either. And that might be you, right? But we can work on that. Recruiting is the lifeblood of your business. Keep your pipeline full of new recruits. Every big investment client that I have, nowadays I do get referrals, I have a network and stuff like that, but for the most part, my book of business was built on hiring and training people and going into their market. What does that mean? I hired you, you introduced me to your friends and family, you decided maybe not to do the business, those clients are still with me. And trust me, they're very happy. If they weren't happy, they would have left over the last 20 years. They didn't leave. We have great relationships. And you left and we have a good relationship. You're just not working in my business. But thank God you worked in my business, because I got to help your friends and family and take them out of the wrong stuff and put them in the right stuff. And I offer them great customer service. And they're winning financially because those appointments were set. So if you want to explode your business, go find people. It's not going to happen from finding sales. Can clients turn into recruits? Yes, that's actually one of the points here. But generally, we don't have the opportunity, with the exception of a couple people, to go on more appointments than we do recruiting interviews. Recruiting interviews is just easier to get out because everyone wants to make more money, right? Nothing excites old people like new recruits. Create new heroes. Larry Weidel told me this personally, if you know who that is. What is going to excite your team and excite you is new people coming in and doing things. When I hire someone new, I tell them, my number one priority is to put you in front of the room, and I want you to beat everyone else because it's going to motivate them. I want you to win. I want to help you win. I want them to feel like I have a vested interest in them succeeding. Right? And they're going to be like, wow, this guy wants me to make money. He wants to help me. He wants to see me win. Is that typically what you feel when you go into a job interview or you join a company? No. You're just a number and you're supposed to do your job. Right? Okay. So for the next few minutes, let's have a couple people come up here.